When are we doing in the tent?
Ooh.
Why are we here?
It's Halloween, John.
I don't know. Are we doing that thing where we do a Halloween episode?
Yeah, I like to go back to my days where it was Ben Franklin.
Everyone does this. It's so stupid.
Why is it stupid? It's Halloween.
But everyone does a Halloween themed episode, and I fucking hate it, and I think it's stupid. But
you're
whatever.
paying for the classroom.
I just want to sit here and I just want to talk about my gambling weekend. I had a bad weekend.
I don't want to really talk.
I did. You know what I did? You want to know? You want to know what I did? I did this, right? So on Saturday night I got blackout drunk, and I bet 2 units on the Dolphins. And then Monday, you told me that you like the Dolphins. So I bet a unit on the Dolphins. And I had 3 units on the Miami Dolphins.
That's beautiful.
And then I thought I lost it all because I was listening to the rundown today, and I got so drunk on Monday night that I didn't know what the final score was. So I heard Dave talking about how the game ended, and I was like,
"You didn't see it?"
I texted Casey. I was like, "I can't believe I lost the Dolphins game last night." She goes, "You fucking idiot, you won."
There's nothing better. There's nothing better when you think you won a bet and then you lost it and then you won it again.
It's the exact opposite. I won 3 units. It was.
Yeah.
It's a big win. It's a big win. Imagine I woke up and had the Steelers. That would have been a bad beat.
I wanted to have a Halloween. Episode. And now I gotta talk to you about fucking bad beats?
Yeah,
that's not a bad beat.
It makes sense though because it's a scary thing.
A bad beat, it wouldn't even happen.
If we just decided to tie it together, if we did a bad beat and a Halloween thing at the same time, it'd be ghosts and scary and terrifying.
I got flashlights for us.
Yeah, I know. We got them right here.
There's no reason that's not a bad beat because that's not a bad beat because it wouldn't have happened. That wasn't supposed to happen. The Dolphins were winning the entire spread. That was the ref's fault, but it wasn't a bad beat. I have gamblers that go 10 years back, 15 years back. They have so many bad beat stories that it will blow your mind and you'll know exactly what an actual bad beat is.
Okay.
But you want to get in my childhood, Halloween?
If we're doing the Halloween, if we're going to do the cliche
Bean
Halloween
balls!
episode.
Saran wrap, wet beans, 4th of July beans on your house. Imagine sweeping up beans. And I was invited to a toga party, and then we were the bandits. We're driving around, a 14-year-old driver, bad decision now, but good driver, he was 14. We're driving around, we're in our togas to unload beanballs, smashing my best friends in the chest everywhere. You're riding around, you're walking to the party after. Oh, you got smashed by beans! And then everyone's bugging out. Who the fuck did it? We blamed one guy. That guy brought 30 people. There was a fight. The mother got punched in the jugular. And the bandits win again. That's Halloween in Monty John.
Do I get to talk here?
All right.
If you want, I guess. Do you have a story to tell?
You got any spookies?
March 28th, 2015. Duke, Utah. NCAA tournament. This is Friday night, week 2, so you've already been through the ringer. You've been washed one way, back the other, railroaded, lost one, paid the bookie, didn't pay the bookie. It's late, 1 o'clock on the East Coast, 12:30 Chicago time. I have Utah plus 5.5. The game's over. They lost by 5. I'm set. Rebound. And Quinn Cook. That fuck.
You watch your mouth about
that. Fuck Quinn Cook. Starts to be a hero and dribble it around. Might have gotten fouled the first time. There might have been a held ball for a jump ball. I don't care. The game's over. 0.7 seconds left. They call foul.
Oh.
Jim Nantz said the game is over. Utah went into the locker room. The game was over.
Oh.
Into the locker room?
They brought him back out. Misses the first.
Oh.
Makes the second. The game is now over.
My asshole's puckered up. I'm puckered.
The day I die, I will carry that with me. You can find the tweet. I said, someday, when I'm old and gray, and I have a little grandkid sitting on my lap, and I stare off into the distance, and a scowl comes over my face, and he says, "Pop, Pop. What's wrong, Pop, Pop?"
What's up, Pop Pop?
The game was over. Jim Nantz said, the game is over.
That's wrong.
Oh my God.
You can't say it.
He said it. The game is over.
You live with that the rest of your life. Poor bastard.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, you better. This is what you have to look forward to. Years and years.
The game is over.
The game
he
is
said.
over.
And with that beautiful voice of Jim
The
Nantz.
game is over.
You heard the buzzer.
I heard the buzzer. The game was over. They don't call those fouls. They don't call those fouls. If you want to call a foul, call it with 6 seconds left, then at least you got a chance. He didn't call the foul, and then he let it play. He didn't call the jump ball. Then he went to 0.7 seconds. The game was over. He called the foul. That ref. The game is over!
It was 1994. I was 15 years old. That's an embarrassing age to be in 1994, I know.
I was 0.
It was November. My grandfather was living with us, Calvin Walker. I know.
Calvin.
Yeah, that was his name.
That's a degenerate.
I know. He's the leading degenerate in my life. He's dead now. R.I.P.
Croaked.
Well, he didn't. Okay. But we moved into his house when I was 15 in September. And then in November, it's like 2 months later, we're playing Alabama. Mississippi State's 7-1. They're having the best season they've ever had, and they're playing Alabama. They had not beaten Alabama in my life. They had not beaten Alabama in my entire life. In 94, we were going to beat them. And with 4 minutes left, well, see, my grandfather, who lived with us, had not been gambling for about 5 years. But he had me in the house now, and I could drive. I was 15, I could drive. So I drove him to the gas station where he put in his bets. He put $500 on Mississippi State to beat Alabama because I told him to. And we went in 25-15 with 3 minutes left, and we lost 29-25. They scored 10 points in 3 minutes. Jay Barker, Alabama.
You'll recover. Don't you worry.
That's not the way I'm parting my hair. Rub it the other way.
Okay.
Thank you.
You go that way.
Yeah, which way does it look like it's
You gotta
parted?
go right.
Oh, yeah, I am going right. Yeah.
All right. So it was 1997. I was a sophomore in college. I took Ohio State minus 40 against Illinois. Ohio State was home. And they were up 41-0. Dominating the game, obviously, minus 40. It's a win. I was on my phone with my buddy Brian Hayes. Both had it. And I remember we were like, all right, it's 41-0. We stopped Illinois, got the ball back, and it was maybe like a minute, 20 minute left in the game. They ran a play, got stopped, and they started walking off the field. And for whatever reason, John Cooper, the coach, waved them back on. Like the play clock didn't match up. Like they didn't have to run a play. I remember it was like the play clock was at like 20 seconds and the game clock was at like 15. So they could have run it up. They had the ball at like the 30, 40 yard line, up 41-0, minus 40. For whatever reason, he rushed them back onto the field, and the quarterback rolled out, got hit, fumbled, and the Illinois guy picked it up and ran it back for a touchdown. No extra point, just ended 41-6. It's so bad. I just looked it up, like, to make sure I didn't embellish, and I just didn't. The last bit of the game was a 40-yard fumble recovery for Illinois for touchdown. I remember John Cooper, he was waving. He yelled at him. He was like, get back out there. And I was on the phone with my buddy watching, and he turned the channel like, oh my God. He's like, what? They're like, we lost. I mean, it's 22 years ago, and I remember it. I wanted to kill John. Like, who waves it? It was over. You're up 41-0, and the game is over. The people are walking off the field. To this day, I don't know why I rushed him back on the field. I don't know why the quarterback rolled out, and I don't. It was surreal. It was surreal.
So, are you familiar with the 2014 Bahamas Bowl?
You're still going?
2014 Bahamas Bowl was Western Kentucky, Central Michigan. It was also Christmas Eve 2014. I had separated from my wife a couple of months earlier. My kids were 2 towns away having Christmas with her and her family. I hate her mom. So I was at home, and I just had all this money that I couldn't spend on Christmas because my kids were somewhere else.
All right! What the fuck?
And Western Michigan was leading 49-14. And I spent all this Christmas money, $500 bet, 49-14. And going in the fourth quarter, that's the sad part, they were leading the whole game.
That's the sad part? Your kids got no presents.
Going into the fourth quarter, they were leading the whole game, and then they gave up 34 points. They won 49-48 on a Hail Mary at the end, and I lost all the money.
You're such a sad fuck.
No, we got together like the next month. She came back. I got her pregnant immediately. It's a weird story. Like, I had 3 kids at the time. As soon as she came back, here comes John. Here comes John. I would have had a nice crib for him if Western Kentucky had held on to that fucking lead.
You called the football play? Go! And you impregnated all of them.
I pregnated her?
Yeah.
Put another syllable in there, you dipshit.
I'm not the sad fuck like you.
I know. 35-point lead!
Would have been a sick crib if that fucking
Would have been a hell of a crib. But that was
all right. Well, that was
the Bahamas Bowl.
Didn't need to come back. Didn't have to do 2 of those for you.
So Christmas Eve, I was just sitting at the house, and there was an ex-girlfriend that wanted to come over, but I was like, I don't even want to talk to you. I just want to watch this game. I just want to bet. And Western Kentucky's beating this shit out. I've been going to Mississippi State games all year, and I picked up a nice little bankroll because I was lonely and I was not
That's like a
successful gambling. But
it's like a really scary thing. Like that just happens like regularly gambling. Like that's like is that regular or is that just like
That's at least once a week for me. And people don't understand it every single week.
oh, I don't know if I want to.
I got my head in my balls.
I don't know if I want to sign up for that.
This is the lesson. When you got a bad beat like that, you got to bet double and keep going. You got to get it back. Let's get it back.
All right, so who do you like Thursday? NBA.
Trae Young's probably going to be out. Heat -6. There's nothing better. Trae Young's got the bad hair. He's out. Fuck him. The Hawks stink.
I don't know anything about the Miami Heat, but I love the pick. I love it. And then on Sunday, we were obviously doing the Patriots because it's the only bet I ever win. Pats.
Let me teach everyone this. You don't get rich betting against the New England Patriots. Do it. Did I say that right? You don't get rich betting against. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you said it right. All right, Heat Pats.
Go get your beans for your bean balls. It's Halloween, you suck fucks.
Oh!
That was sick.
Yeah, I'll try.
It's so funny. This thing's sharp. We should not have this anymore.
That's very dangerous to have.